Hey, welcome to Extended. Here we're going to be going over some more details on how to make different type of flockings. Sand flocks as well as the grass flocks. And it'll be a little bit more in depth and we'll talk about a bit more. So let's get back to the table and continue our study on how to make flocking inexpensively. So the things that you'll need to make flocking is a good container, a good cheap color paint that you want to use. You can use any kind of paint, price doesn't matter. I use a nice acrylic because it dries quickly, and I just pick the color that I want. And of course, going down to your local hardware store and getting as much sawdust as you possibly can. And they give it away for free. You sift through in a sifter. Make sure that you get yourself a sifter. You can go to any Dollar General and you can pick one up for $2. So all this together costs $3, and we could probably make a couple $100 worth of flocking. Now, with flocking costing as much as it does, just for a little bitty bag about this size, it'll cost you anywhere from $6 to $10. I'm going to show you how you can make as much as you want for just a few bucks. First thing you want to do is go down to your local hardware store and just get sawdust. That's all you do, is just ask them and they'll give it to you for free. The other thing you're going to need is a strainer, because you're going to want to get all the big particles out of there. So you're going to want to shake this in and break this up. And you're just going to want to move it around, because you want to get all those big particles out of there. And of course you're going to get some on. Make sure you have a good surface that you can work with, so you don't make the mess like I usually make when I do this. Now, I've made so many different colors and things like that. There's just no ending to what you have to do. The only time consuming part here is pretty much just doing this, is sifting it out. But once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. And all you're trying to do is just get those bigger particles out and just grinding it in there. And you can see that just by tapping or taking a stick like I normally do and just kind of moving it around, it eventually finds its way all the way to the bottom here. And you can see it's starting to get to the point where all the bigger parts are now absolutely not going through. And then towards the end you just kind of shake it through, and you can see right there that we've got ourselves a good batch of it. I always say use pretty decent paints. Well, this is the one time that you can go out and buy the cheapest paint that you can find. You can probably get this for about $1.98, which I did, and get whatever color you want, but right now for just green, I'm going to do green. You're going to want to shake it up, and then all you're going to want to do is just put a good amount in. You can see I'm just putting it in there, and then I'm going to take my stick and just move it around. And move it around and make sure that paint gets all in there. Add more as needed. And stir and break up as needed. And you want to scrape down your sides. You don't want it to get clumpy or turn out to be a big ball, so you really want to kind of work that paint in there. And a little more, because we want to make sure that we get every bit of it. And you can see it's starting to come together now. And just by mixing it around and moving it around, you can see that it's all starting to come together real nice. And this is perfect for bases, when you're building bases. I mean, a big container, a container of this, a half a liter of this, probably cost you 40 bucks, 30 bucks, easy, if you had to buy it. And this, just to make this, costs $1.98. Because if you go down to Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever country you have for a hardware store, they will give you all the free sawdust that you will ever need. There you go. And what we're going to do is we're going to let that dry, and then I'll show you what we do next. Now, once I've got it good and mixed up, what I usually do is take myself a good plastic bag, and I'll dump the contents into the bag. Making sure I get everything out. Then I'll smush it down a bit, like so. Fold it up, and come back to it the next day. And that's it from Extended. Hope you guys enjoyed the how to make your own flock, and hope you learned a couple things, and you're able to put it on your bases and make your models look even better. Well, until next segment, I'm Rob Warren, and we'll see you soon. Be sure to join me each and every week for Battling Brushes, also with Sam Healy on the Dice Tower, and always got something going on this channel. Again, we'll see you soon.